previous film, we put the Apollo audio interface to work on capturing a vocal performance for a track here at Real World Studios. We saw how Unison technology models the preamps of classic studio hardware and brings the sonic characteristics of those to a recording session. In this video, we're going to be working with Unison technology again, but this time working with a guitarist to capture a couple of parts which should suit our track. Rather than plugging in a microphone cable, as we did for the vocal recording session, for the guitar session, we're going to take a 1/4" jack and plug it directly into one of the two Hi-Z inputs on the front of the Apollo. This bypasses the need to mic up a guitar amp altogether. Inserting the guitar cable into the front panel Hi-Z instrument input automatically selects this in console. We can then click on the Unison tab to browse the guitar and bass options. Here we'll find an emulation of the classic Fender 55 Tweed Deluxe amplifier. The interface here lets us configure two virtual microphones in front of the speaker cabinet to help customize the sound we want, from a list of 5 classic microphone models. We can go further, selecting on or off-axis placements for these microphones, soloing one or the other using the mute option under each microphone, and setting a volume blend between them with their independent level dials. There are 3 speaker options at the top too, all of which carry their own individual tone, whilst the Unison preamp level is a reflection of the instrument volume input level. So adjusting level here will affect it here too. This ensures that the input level to the Unison guitar amp plugin is always at the right level and you get the sound you want. So now we can ask our guitarist to begin playing along to the track so that we can configure the sound we want. Let's start by scrolling through the microphone options for mic 1, keeping the second microphone source muted to hear this one in isolation. We're looking for some bite here. The 57 dynamic microphone emulation is working its characteristic magic here, providing a nice aggressive bite on the front of each note. So we'll choose this for our first microphone source. For the second, we're looking for something warmer and richer to provide some body to the note too. So let's try the 160 ribbon microphone. We can set a balance between their volumes here, with each of their individual level dials, as well as setting an overall output level in the master section. However, it's well worth experimenting with different balances between instrument input and output levels, as the harmonic variation which the Fender amp generates when run at different input levels is huge, and that's been painstakingly modelled in UAD's emulation here. Driving the input level harder opens the sound up, whilst the master output can compensate if levels get a little too hot. We're choosing this balance between input and output for this first plucked guitar part. We're going to enhance the guitar part with some compression from the 1176 limiting amplifier plugin, which is part of the 1176 Classic Limiter plugin collection. But unlike when we recorded vocals, we're going to commit this recording by printing the effects directly at the recording stage. Simply engage the UAD record button for this channel so that we're ready to print the effects. And now it's time to capture this first guitar part. And we're going to harmonise that guitar part. So let's make another track in Logic Pro with the same input settings, and we're ready to record a second guitar pass straight away. So now we've used Unison technology twice. In our first film, we saw how we can use classic preamps to record vocal parts, and in this video, we've used Unison technology to track a DI'd guitar part. Remember, all you need to do is to plug your guitar directly into an Apollo audio interface to begin the recording process. The rest is done through latency-free recording and the accurate emulations of UAD-powered plugins. It's time to say goodbye to Real World Studios for now. In the next film, we'll be moving on to mixing with UAD effects.